Hi everybody, welcome back. We're about to do some yoga, so unroll your mat, grab your stuff. I'll give you a few seconds to get those things and I'll see you right back here. Hi again, we're about to do some yoga. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. Happy to have you here. Happy to have all of you here. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. New practices every week. Please remember to modify your yoga today as it makes sense for you. Challenge yourself where you can, but back off if needed. Today we begin in a comfortable seated position on the mat. I'm sitting cross-legged on a block. Feel free to do the same. It actually just lifts the hips and it helps to release low back tension. That just feels good for me. You can sit on a block, a blanket, bolster, anything, nothing. If you choose as well, that's totally fine. You can sit on your heels wherever you are comfortable. Let your hands either fall onto the legs or settle into your lap, whatever works for you. Sit tall. Find a comfortable spot, and if it's reasonable to close the eyes, go ahead, do that. If you prefer to have the eyes open, by all means, feel free to keep your eyes open. Let yourself sit tall and feel the shoulders melt back. Try to let go of any tension you may be holding in the body. Relaxing the forehead and just settling in with the breath, observing the breath. And as we begin our mind-body connection, take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhaling again through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more inhale. Just letting the breath return to in and out through the nose as best it can. Keeping the breath deepening each time you inhale. Each time you exhale. And placing your left hand over your heart, just so you can tune in a little easier to the breath as it moves, the rise and fall of the chest with the inhales, with the exhales. This time of year in particular, when there's a lot of activity happening, the holidays are approaching, it's important to take time to get grounded. Yoga is a great way to help do that. Just taking the time to breathe, let go, right, and check in with the body. Let's release the left hand back down onto your leg or in the lap. Slowly opening up the eyes if they're not already open. Let the arms release out to the sides beside you, fingertips toward the mat. Turn the palms out. Now lift the arms overhead, interlace fingers, press the palms high, move the shoulders down. Maybe look up at the backs of your hands or continue looking straight ahead. Hold for another deep breath. Take a little twist, go to your right, bring the left arm forward, right arm back. Looking toward the right, maybe peek over your shoulder and hold another deep breath. Come back to center, arms overhead, go the other way, take a twist to your left. Looking left, maybe look over the shoulder. return to center, arms overhead. Reach the arms behind the back, interlace all 10 fingers, chest up. Put a bend in your elbows and bring your hands to the right side of your waist. So your right elbow is pointing out toward the side. Sit tall and let your ear just drop toward the right shoulder. While you do that, let your eyes look to the left. So your head is still facing center, but your eyes look left. Let's come back up to center, reach the arms back behind you, go the other way. Bring your hands to the left side of your waist with your left elbow pointing out toward the side. Sit tall and relax your ear toward your left shoulder, keeping your head facing forward, but your eyes look to the right. Then coming back up to center, reach the arms behind you, let go of the grip and shake out the hands a little bit if they need that. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Moving on, you can tuck or untuck the toes here. Inhaling into cow pose, let the eyes look up, a little back bend, lift the tailbone, then round into your cat pose as you hollow out the belly, head down. Inhaling, arching the spine, start tucking the toes and press to downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. And in your first down dog of the day, feel free to walk out the feet a little bit, just stretching out the legs, bending one knee, bending the other. Then taking an inhale, lift the heels up. With your exhale, sink the heels back down. Come forward to plank pose, lining up the shoulders. Return to hands and knees. Now slide your right leg straight back behind you, toes tucked on the mat. Turn the left heel flat on the mat. Lift the left arm straight overhead. Reach your left fingertips toward the front of the room so your arm reaches overhead. Let's nice and easy lift the left leg up off the mat. Take an inhale. With your exhale, bring your left elbow to the left knee and crunch. Inhale to extend. We'll do that one more time. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Reaching out, let's come back onto hands and knees. Arching the spine for your cow pose, eyes up. Round it down into your cat, hollow out the belly. Inhaling, arching, tucking your toes. Downward facing dog, the hips up and back. Taking an inhale, lift the heels up. Then with your exhale, sink the heels down. Bringing it forward to your plank pose, lining up the shoulders, knees back down on the mat. We'll go the other way. The right leg slides back on the mat, toes tucked on the mat. Turn your right heel flat. Lift the right arm straight up toward the sky. Reach the right arm overhead, fingertips pointing to the front of the room. Slow, nice and easy. Lift the right leg up off the mat. Taking an inhale. With your exhale, bring the elbow to the knee and crunch, little side crunch. Extending, reach out one more time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhaling to reach out, return to hands and knees. We'll do that sequence one more time. Arching into your cow pose, eyes up. Cat pose as you round on the exhale, head down. Inhaling, arching, tucking the toes, downward facing dog, the hips up and back. Big inhale, lift the heels up. Then exhale, relax the heels down. Take it forward again to your plank, return the knees to the mat. Slide your left leg back behind you, toes tucked on the mat. Turn the left foot flat for your side plank. Lift the left arm straight up, modified side plank. Left arm overhead, reach. Float the left leg up off the mat. Bring your elbow to the knee and side crunch. Inhale, reach one more time. Exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhaling, reach overhead, hands and knees back to the mat. Inhaling, cow pose, eyes up. Exhaling to cat, round it down. Inhaling, arching, tucking the toes. Downward facing dog, lift up and back. Inhale, heels come up off the mat. Exhale, heels, return them back down. Come forward again to your plank, lining up the shoulders, and come back to hands and knees on the mat. Right leg, slide it back on the mat, toes tucked. Turn the right foot flat on the mat, lift the right arm up to the sky. Reach the right arm overhead for your modified side plank and float the right leg up off the mat. Taking an inhale as you extend. Exhale, elbow to knee and side crunch. Inhaling, reach. One more, exhaling, crunch. Inhale to extend out. Return to hands and knees on the mat. Inhale, arching the spine for your cow. Exhale to your cat, round it down. Moving on, inhaling, arching, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, the hips up and back. Let's look forward through the hands and walk or lightly hop your feet to the front of the mat. Fold over the legs when you get there, head down. Keep the feet just a few inches apart from each other and take your hands to opposite elbows, hanging over the legs in ragdoll. You can sway a little, nod the head, or whatever feels good here. And go the other way, take the opposite hand on top. And let the arms relax down toward the mat. Roll up slow to stand. Press through the legs. Lifting all the way up to stand. Relax the shoulders. Stand tall. Big inhale. Sweep the arms around. Grab your right wrist with the left hand. Stretch up and over left. Return to center. Go the other way. Stretch over to the right. Come back through center as you dive over the legs, interlace fingers behind the back, stretch the arms overhead down. You can bend the knees as much as you like, but make sure there's at least a micro bend here for one more inhale. Exhale, hands, fingertips to the mat, head up, chest up. Step the left leg back in low lunge. Step the right foot back to plank pose, breathe in. Chaturanga or drop the knees to modify. Inhale, upward facing dog. And return to down dog as you exhale. Feel free to take a child's pose if you choose, and we'll hold for about 3 deep breaths. One more. From your downward facing dog, look forward through the hands. Step or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Lift the chest, inhale. Then exhale, round down. We'll step the feet closer together, come into chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees deep, arms up. Bring the palms together, coming into a standing figure 4. Just look straight ahead at one point to help maintain your balance. Shift the left leg, left ankle lifted above the right knee. Sit deep, look past the nose and hold for a breath. Let's take it to warrior 3. Keep the palms to prayer at the heart. Just the left leg, reach it all the way back. Tilt forward, strong standing leg, level the hips for a breath. We'll take it to high lunge, touch down, arms high. Relax the shoulders, look straight ahead, nice deep bend in the right knee. We're gonna move a little bit with the breath, so continue looking straight ahead. And just to kind of give you a sense of where you're going, if you wanna see me do this first, feel free. Look straight ahead. We're gonna step up with the left knee, taking our hands to the left knee. So look straight ahead, then inhale, lift up, hands to the knee. Step back to high lunge, arms overhead. So let's do that together. Look straight ahead, nice and slow. Inhale, step up, hands to the knee. Step back to high lunge. We'll add on here. Look straight ahead, inhale, step up, hands to the knee. Keep the knee lifting, but reach the right arm straight forward. Reach the left arm straight back as you open a twist toward the left side. Try shifting your gaze. One more breath. Come back to center, arms overhead. Step back to high lunge, left foot on the mat, reach up, warrior two. Reach out and hold for another deep breath. Reverse the warrior, flip the right palm, lift the right arm. Side angle, Parsva Konasana, right arm down, left arm around. Two more like that. Inhale, reverse, right arm over. Exhale, side angle. Sweep the left arm over. One more. Inhale. Exhale. We'll hold the side angle pose this time. Maybe if you want, straighten your right arm all the way to the floor. You can put a block under the right hand. Maybe take the left arm, wrap it around for a little half bind if you choose. Find length along the spine. Relax your gaze past the left arm, left shoulder. One more breath. You can, if you're doing a half bind, wrapping the left arm where it is, option to keep the left arm wrapping as you straighten the front leg, coming into a half bound triangle pose, Trikonasana. If you prefer, you can just reach the left arm straight up toward the sky. Look toward the left, maybe look over the left shoulder. One more breath. Peek down at your front foot, bend the right knee and lower the hands to the inside of the foot. Travel to your left, coming into your wide-legged fold, Prasarita. Parallel the feet, keep them 3 to 4 feet apart. Hang over the legs, one breath. Inhaling, lift the chest. Hold as you exhale, keeping your left hand on the mat. Lift the right arm up, opening a twist toward the right side of the room, front of the mat. So you'll be, looking toward the front of the room. Reach high, maybe look up at your right fingertips. One more big inhale. Exhale, the right hand down, go the other way, lifting the left arm. So now you're opening a twist to the left, but you're gazing toward the back of the mat, back of the room. Reach the left arm high, maybe look up at your fingertips. One more inhale. Exhaling, lower the left hand. Let's do a little Skandasana. Go to the left side lunge, bend the left knee, stretch the right leg, one breath. We'll take it to low lunge at the front as you come up and pivot. Walk your hands around, down dog, step back. You can hold in your down dog or flow through. Plank Chaturanga, up dog. And give it another full breath right here. Putting a little bend in the knees, look forward. Step or float the feet to the front. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, round it down. Stepping your feet a little closer together, setting up chair pose, Utkatasana, bend the knees, lift the arms, keep the hips down, palms to prayer at the heart. Standing figure four, right ankle above the left knee. Look past the nose, one breath. Keep the palms together at the heart. Warrior three, right leg back, tilt forward. Strong standing leg, heart forward, level the hips. Take it to high lunge, step back, arms overhead, deep bend in the left knee, relax the shoulders. Looking straight ahead. The first time we'll do it as a test, so if you want to watch to see where we're going, even though we did it on the other side, look straight ahead with an inhale, step the right knee up, hands to the right knee, step back to high lunge, arms overhead. Doing that together, look straight ahead. Inhale, step up, hands to the knee. Return to high lunge, step back, arms up. Adding on for the open twist, look straight ahead. Inhale, come up, hands to the knee. Keep the right knee lifting. Reach the left arm straight forward, right arm straight back. So the hips are facing forward. Try shifting your gaze to the right if you can. One more breath. Come back to center, arms overhead. High lunge, float back. Warrior two, reach out. Arms are strong, relax the shoulders. We'll reverse the warrior, flip the left palm, lift the left arm. Side angle, Parsva Konasana, left arm down, right arm around. Two more like that, moving with the breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. One more, inhale. Exhale. We'll hold it in the side angle. Feel free to straighten your left arm toward the floor. Put your hand on a block if you choose. If you want to go for the half bind, wrap the right arm around the lower back. Lengthen. Stay lifted, strong legs, and we'll hold for another deep breath. Looking past the right arm, right shoulder. And if you have the half bind, you can keep the right arm wrapped where it is. Slowly straighten the left leg, reach your left hand down the leg or reach it toward the floor for half bound triangle pose, Trikonasana. Feel free if you'd rather take regular triangle, just reach the right arm straight up to the sky. Looking toward the right, maybe look past the right shoulder. One more breath. Peeking down at your front foot, put a bend in the left knee and lower the hands to the inside of the foot. Travel to your right, coming into a wide-legged fold, Prasarita. Hang over the legs, head down, hands down, one breath. We'll add a side stretch here, so lift the head up, chest up. Walk your hands over to the lower right leg, maybe toward the ankle. Give yourself a gentle stretch as you lengthen, head down, one breath. Let's switch the sides, hands to center, go the other way. Hands holding onto the lower left leg, maybe around the ankle. Lengthen, head down. Another deep breath. Return to center, hands on the mat, chest up, Skandasana, side lunge, go to the right. Back of the mat as you bend the right knee, stretch the left leg, one breath. We'll take it to low lunge at the front as you come up. Pivot, walk your hands around, take it to downward facing dog. Press back. You can hold it here or flow through. And from your downward facing dog, let's put a little bend in the knees. Listen carefully. Walk your hands to your feet, back of the mat. So when you get there, fold over the legs, keep your feet where they are. They should be about hip width distance apart. Padangusthasana, grabbing onto your big toes in yogi toe lock, first two fingers of each hand. Grab the big toes from inside the big toes. Head up, chest up on the inhale. Exhale, head down, elbows out as you gently pull toward the mat. Keep the sit bones lifting up. Option to modify here in ragdoll pose if you choose, taking hands to opposite elbows. We did that at the very beginning of our practice. Hands to elbows, just hanging. Keep the breath moving wherever you are, and let's hold one more breath. And inhaling, lift the chest, head up. Exhaling, let go of the toes. Bakasana, crow pose. Bring the feet a little closer together. If you already know how to do crow pose, feel free to come into it any way you choose. Bend the knees, drop the palms flat. Bend both elbows straight back, heels up. Bring your knees to the upper arms as close as they'll go to the armpits. Look in front of your hands. If you're looking straight down, this is not going to work. Look in front of the hands, lean in, come up onto toes. And if you've gone that far, start to lift your feet up. When you lift your feet up, bring your big toes together. Breathe. Really spread the fingers wide, pressing palms and all 10 fingers. Use the full real estate of your hands here. Hold for another deep breath. And return your feet to the mat. Sit bones up, forward fold. Interlace fingers behind the back again. Stretch the arms overhead, but take the opposite pinky finger on top, so the less dominant grip. Head down, stretch the arms over. Make sure there's at least a micro bend in your knees, but you can bend the knees as much as you like. Hold for another deep breath. Let's release hands, fingertips to the floor. Walk your hands out for downward facing dog. When you return to your down dog, come forward to plank. You can drop the knees or keep the body in one straight line, lower onto your belly. Slide the arms back behind you. Interlace all 10 fingers. You can keep the feet separating a little bit. Relax the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then inhale, Shalabhasana, locust. Lift up, come up. Relax the eyebrows. Deep breaths. Let the arms kind of pull the chest up off the mat, and we'll hold for another deep breath in. Then exhaling, lower down. Release your hands and turn your head to the side. We'll hold it here for a breath. We're going to do another back bend today. Yogi's choice. You can either do a second set of locust or take Dhanurasana bow pose. Bring your chin back to center, and again, either interlace fingers for the locust pose or bend the knees, reach for your feet close to the ankles, Dhanurasana bow pose, press down, inhale, lift up, come up, and we'll give it another deep breath in, lift up, up, up. Then exhale, lower down, release, child's pose, shift back, separate the knees, toes together. Let's take about 3 more deep breaths here. Come back to hands and knees. Bring the knees in just a little bit, pigeon pose. Slide the right knee through the left leg back. Sit tall. Modify on the back for the reverse figure 4 if you need. Right ankle above the left knee. If you're okay where you are here, hips are level, you can always put a block or something under the right hip if you have space there, or slide a blanket if you need. Keep everything level, slide the arms out, lower the head down, and we'll take 3 deep breaths. And coming out, head up, slide the hands in, roll to the outer right leg, and bring the left leg all the way around. Take your left foot and step your left foot to the outside of your right knee. Keep the sit bones on the mat. If you choose to dial it back, just straighten out your right leg. Sit tall, take a twist to your left side. Left arm back, look left, maybe peek over your left shoulder. Give it another full breath. Returning to center, little counter stretch, go to your right. Come back to the middle as you unwrap the left leg, return to hands and knees. We'll go the other way, starting with pigeon pose, bring the left knee through, right leg back, sit tall. Again, modifying as you need. If you need, please keep your joints happy. Sit tall, lengthen, props if you want to use them to bolster under the left hip if you need. Slide the arms out, head down. Let's give it another 3 deep breaths. And coming out, head up, slide your hands in. We'll roll to the left hip this time. Bring the right leg around. Step your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Sit bones level on the mat. Option to dial it back. Just straighten the left leg on the mat. Sit tall, twist to your right side. Look to the right, maybe peek over your shoulder. Give it another deep breath. Return to center, little counter stretch, go left. Center it out once again and unwrap the legs, bend up at the knees, roll back slightly off your tailbone. Take your hands behind the knees. We'll do a little Navasana boat pose first before laying back on the mat. Keep the feet lifting, release the arms out. You can keep the knees bending or straighten the legs. Let's hold for another deep breath or two. Really fire up the belly. We'll put a little bend in the knees if they're not already bending and just roll back, hug the knees in, rock a little if that feels good. Happy baby pose. And let your feet return to the mat. Keeping the knees bending, drop the arms out and just windshield wiper the knees a little side to side. Let's come back to center and just let go, settling into Shavasana, extending out the legs. Keep the arms dropping out a little bit, palms up. Give yourself some space as you separate the feet. Close your eyes. Letting go of the breath. Just sink back, feel the body melt back on the mat. Settling into a few moments of stillness before returning to your day. Feel free to stay for longer if you have time to do so. I will otherwise leave you here. Thank you again for sharing your practice with me. Until we meet again next time on the mat, namaste.